There's a lot of things to think about with Facebook when you're creating content. Let's get into some of the bullet points. One of the biggest things, and this is now we're getting granular, a very unique aspect, the logo. Let me explain. Pictures really matter on Facebook. Think about how you yourself go through your stream right now. I myself noticed just yesterday I noticed, wow, pictures really matter. I just scrolled by every single text post on my Facebook account, but the pictures made me stop, or at least I consumed them. So first and foremost, massive consideration, Facebook is a picture platform. It's why Facebook bought Instagram. It's why Facebook tried to buy Snapchat, and when they couldn't, they copied it with Poke. It didn't work out, but pictures are the game in Facebook. We all know it. It matters. First and foremost, you want to often story tell in pictures. I don't mind the occasional, text in a jab way. Even a right hook, fine. I test it myself, but pictures really over-index. When you get into the pictures, the number one thing that pisses me off from a storytelling standpoint is you put out a picture and you don't put your company's logo or your organization's logo in it. I mean, that's like literally running a magazine ad back in the day and not putting your company's logo, or putting a billboard up on the highway and not putting your company's logo. It's insane. It's not attributing the photo to your organization, and it makes no sense, and tons of people still do it. When you think about the size, and we've got to think mobile. I mean, I just want to make sure you get it. You've got to think mobile. When you think about when you're scrolling, how small the icon is of what the account is that puts out the picture, it's very small. I think people are being lazy and thinking that that's enough to attribute the photo. It's not, because in the speed that we go through it, and that's the context here, the speed of how fast we go through it, you may see a picture of a dog, but if it's not attributed in the photo to a pet brand, you may think it's just your friend sharing it. You may not remember. You might just laugh that it's a cute photo, and your brand that put it out there might not get the value proposition for that impression or the emotional brand equity because they didn't put their logo in the bottom left corner. Another thing to give a lot of thought to, the text. So you put your photo, but then you're going to accompany it with text. Now, I see so many brands, and I have so many examples in the book, and we'll go through this later, but the amount of people that write novels as a Facebook post in an ADD, fast-paced world is devastating. The thought to write 16 sentences to accompany context is ludicrous. People don't have time for that. Time is the asset. The photo quality, I think, really matters. I'm blown away by how many people, especially businesses, mail it in. Just, it's not vibrant, it's not attractive. And all that stuff is subjective, and we deal with that. And so it's gonna be subjective to you. Remember, if you're gonna try to win this access to me, I'm gonna be the one deciding it. I may decide that's not a beautiful photo, you may. Art is subjective. However, making sure they're vibrant colors or obvious, or more importantly, and you can see I'm relentless on this, I'm pounding this. You've got a small screen, make sure they can consume it, make sure the picture is obvious. The amount of photos that are busy or just not appealing are just overwhelming in the platform. The call to action. If you've decided to do a right hook, so a jab, as we said, might just be Happy Monday, and you put a little calendar there and it's Monday, and your business or your personal brand, that's fine, that's a jab. But if you have a call to action, if you want somebody to buy the book, making sure that's clear. Sometimes people put the call to action in the picture and not in the copy. You want to send them to buy something, but you can click the copy and be sent to that website, and sometimes they put in the picture like, go to our website. It's insanity. It's not understanding the utility of the platform. Make sure you understand that if you're trying to drive somebody to a .com or to a place, that you put the hyperlink in the copy, not say it in the picture. And these are things that I see over and over that people mess up, and it pisses me off. Sorry. There's a million things going through our stream. So before you put out that photo and before you put out that content, give it some real thought. Does anybody care? You may care, and you want to shove it down somebody's throat because that's how marketing is usually done, but that's not the way the world works anymore. And so you have to give a lot of thought, especially if you're throwing a jab. If you're throwing something that has no business interest in it, you've got to make sure it's so creative or interesting or worthwhile that somebody's going to engage with it, because you're just trying to build the equity. And let's take a step back. Actions on Facebook matter. The more people comment and share and like, the more likely other people will see it. When you have 100,000 fans or 10 fans, 10, not all 10 are going to see that when you push something out. The more that people engage with it, the more likely people will see it. There's a virality to it. So you want to put out compelling content so that people actually engage with your content and you can drive your results. Asking for that action is appropriately, occasionally appropriate, because you're training your audience to share, like, and comment. But the amount of you that do it every time and ask for a share or comment or like every time, it becomes exhausting. Facebook itself is going to start penalizing in an SEO-like way that action, And so I highly recommend that you don't exhaust your community with asking for things over and over and over again.